This is a race to 6. I see that there's a little bit of a glitch on the scorecard available on the screen. We're going to attend to that now. Oh my. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Not quite sure if memory serves me correct. I don't think Stephen Ellis used his extension yet in this frame, and we heard the ref count down from 5 when he took that shot, and I don't know if that had affected the manner in which he took that shot, but nonetheless, Grillo in control of the table now. Ooh, narrowly missing the pot to that center pocket. He has left the cue ball somewhat safe on pinks. However, Stephen Ellis might be able to sneak the pink closest to the cue ball down to the corner pocket should he choose to go that route. But Stephen Ellis as well might be looking at a tactical shot here, and we've seen Stephen Ellis activate his tactical game when necessary, as as does the English pool players. They're really, really good with the tactical game as well, and we've seen it from Clint Inson, we've seen it from Jack Whelan as well. Really good with that B game, and as suspected, Stephen Ellis tackling that problem ball, and seems like Zhao also has a shot to the corner pocket, but he's taking on, because the combination was definitely on there, and Zhao remains on the table here on blue. 2, 4, 5 balls remaining for him. Love to have a close-up on what's happening with that pink and the black in the middle of the table. Love to see how it's sitting, whether it is problematic, and if it is, I guess Zhao would have an opportunity now to develop the black. And seeing as he didn't, and seeing as he's not going for game either, I really don't know if that was intentional or not. I doubt that it was intentional, actually, considering the layout of the blues and considering how open the game is for Stephen Ellis. Yeah, Stephen could certainly take control of this corner pocket now and obstruct the path of the blue. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, that's testament to the unforgiving nature of the cushions, the jaws on the Heyball table. Speaking about the Heyball table, this tournament is being played on the premium Joy Q8 table with its signature gold trimmings and gold legs. These tables there's a lot of these tables at the tournament, and they'll be available, of course, at a reduced cost to those of you in and around Australia who are interested in having a table at home or in your public venue. So please connect with Doris Chengs, that's DORISCHENG, on Facebook. You can send her a message on Facebook, and she'll gladly assist you in learning more on how to acquire a premium Joy 8 table, steel block cushions, premium finishes. Also on the table, 8848 cloth from Lieberwin, proud sponsor of this tournament, together with Joy Billiards. That was a foul. That was a foul. I'm really surprised Stephen let his guard down there for a second. Contacted the object ball of Grillo first, and oh no. Actually, that was just loss of turn. That was just loss of turn. Sorry, guys. Stephen Ellis using his ball to his advantage in that previous shot, leaving Zhao with not the greatest cue ball, and Grillo unable to capitalize off his last visit. Here comes Stephen Ellis now, trailing by 2 points. And he's on pink. Ooh, the gap there will definitely favor Grillo. The pink being where it is makes that pocket just a little bit bigger for Grillo, and should he make the ball down to that corner pocket, I believe the chances of him securing his 4th point in this race to 7 goes up quite significantly. As he does. Shot well taken there from Zhao. Still not sure what the situation is with the black ball, but from the looks of it, Zhao figures that it's potable in the opposite corner pocket. So potentially Zhao might play the blue by the center of the pink if it's necessary. Once again, it's difficult to see from this angle how much of that pocket Zhao has to play in, but if it's not open for the black, he'll more than likely play it off the pink. Play this blue off the pink. Okay, so that wasn't necessary. Then look at the shot. Almost perfect. Just rolled a little bit too much, and some recovery shot necessary here for Grillo. And look, I'm quite sure that pocket is open. I'm quite sure he can make the black in that center pocket, even though it doesn't look like that from this angle. He's done it. Oh, lovely recovery there from him. And he's 4-1 up. I mean, guys, Grillo, let's give him his flowers. I think, he's somewhat of a dark horse in this tournament. Not that he's not known in international circles. Like I've said, he's been frequenting, especially the European American pool circuits. Um, he's 2 times Portugal champion in American pool. He's got a bronze medal in straight pool European Championships in August 2025. And he hasn't played Heyball that much post COVID, but in 2024, he also attended the Champion of Champions as well as the Oceania Open. So, João Grillo, I think, for a lot of these players, they are quite impressed. The players attending for this tournament, I'm sure they are quite impressed with how far João has come in this tournament, considering his level of experience in Hayball compared to the other players. In particular, Li Shen, who Zhao eliminated from the tournament in the round of 8 yesterday. And that's a dry break. If you've joined us, you're watching the 2025 WPA Heyball Champion of Champions. This is the semi-final match. Stephen Ellis and Portugal's João Grillo with a comfortable lead now of 4-1 in this race to 7, as we saw him narrowly miss that pot to that bank shot to the center pocket. Stephen Ellis now really looking good here to narrow the lead between him and Joao. The Blues do look good. Doesn't seem like any problem, any obvious problem here for Stephen Ellis. And he has been in superb form this entire tournament. Oh, that's a good shot from him. Better shape now on the ball to the corner pocket. The only pocket that is not available to the black at this point is the one on the right side of the table, on our side of the table. And from the looks of it, that's not too much of a problem for Stephen. I think when this frame is over, we'll have a look-see at what's happening on the other semi-final with Clint Jensen and Jack Whelan. Really surprised that Zhao came back to the table in this frame. And I think Stephen, to be quite frank, haven't seen him. He hasn't really been missing in this tournament up until this point. He's had some really amazing clearances in the matches that we've had of his on the TV table. And from what we've heard about what happened on the other matches that he's played, he was the dominant player. So really surprised to see him miss here at the semi-final. And I mean, that said about Stephen, you've gotta give big props to Joao Grillo, because he's managed to capitalize so well off those mistakes. And with that, he takes his 5th point. The players will take an intermission now, it seems. Yeah, the players are going to take an intermission. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back in about 5 minutes. And just don't go anywhere just yet. Let's just have a look at what's happening with that other match. Jack Whelan and Clint Jensen. Just give me a second. I'm going to tell you what the score is there currently. Currently, Clint Jensen leads 2-1 on Jack Whelan. I'm Linyukta Chetty, guys. The players are on a slight break. We'll be back just after this. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. You're tuned into the 2025 Heyball Champion of Champions and its semi-finals in the men's division. We're nearing the business end of this match with Stephen Ellis and Portugal's João Grillo. João Grillo with a 5-2 lead currently on Stephen Ellis in this race to 7. The ladies' final is coming up after this match at 3 p.m. Australian time, and that's about 7 a.m. Central African time. And we've got two phenomenal players attending that final in Tiani from China and Warathanan Sukratanis from Thailand. And if you haven't seen those ladies in action before, trust me, you're in for such a treat. So make sure not to miss that final coming up at 3 p.m. today. Currently, Jack Whelan and Clint Ianson also busy in a semi-final match right now. The last time we checked, Clint Ianson leading 2-1. So yeah, business end, and these players are playing for their share of a 400,000 US dollar pot. 64 men, 50 women, 4 days, everything to play for, especially the bragging rights of being crowned the champion of this event. Every player at this tournament a champion in their own right in either Heyball, American pool, or snooker. Stephen Ellis calling his extension now. João Grillo, so close to sealing his spot, securing his spot in that final. If you're watching us on the platform WPALive.tv, have a look at that multi-view function on the site, guys. You can, once the match starts, you can click that button and select all the matches that you want to watch. And this function you can actually play around with. The Super Tour in China is currently underway, and that tournament will be carrying on for a few more days. And there will be, I think, 8 to 16 tables coming to you live from that event. So great opportunity for you to check out that multi-view button available on WPALive.tv. For Sense Technologies, they're doing their best to improve the viewer's experience. And with that function as well, you're able to watch as many of your players or as many games as you want. So quite similar to the viewer experience for those of you familiar with what F1 TV is doing. So WATV WPAlive.tv. Check out that website. You can create a profile for yourself as well. And that's the home now for all the interviews, highlights, live streams for WPA events, including American pool disciplines like 8, 9, and 10 ball. You'll actually be able to watch up to 9 live games at the same time on WPAlive.tv. So yeah, really have a look at that and feel free to give us your feedback on those options. So Grillo getting a little bit lucky there and raises his hand to Stephen Ellis. Grillo with somewhat of a tactical play. Hasn't left anything too easy for Stephen Ellis, as we can see here. I wonder if Stephen Ellis has a line to the corner pocket on the pink closest to him. I think he just might. And even if he doesn't make the pot, even if he just puts that pink in the corner pocket, he might be able to buy himself another visit in this frame. Referee calling 10 seconds. Stephen Ellis already using his extension in the match. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my. He has left the cue ball in an advantageous position for Grillo to attempt a clearance now. Really great to see all of the support coming in for Joao Grillo. And I'm going to say this tongue in cheek now, could have been considered one of the underdogs in this match, considering the field. Make no mistake, though, Joao Grillo still quite a force, especially in his home country, Portugal. He is a 2 times champion there on the American pool circuit. And like I've mentioned earlier, also has done very well on the European tours. So definitely has shown that his skill set on the American pool table has generalized so well here to the Heyball context. Grillo, the dark horse of the tournament, doing so well to end up in this semi-final, and now with this convincing lead against Stephen Ellis. I think, nobody nobody can say one hit wonder as far as Joao Grillo is concerned in this tournament. He's had convincing wins against all of his opponents leading up to this point. My oh my, my oh my, just needed at least 2 or 3 more rolls of that white to have better position. So now a recovery shot required here from Zhao. I'm wondering if he can Maybe it's a little bit too ambitious, but I'm wondering if he can play that black off the pink to the center pocket, or if a direct cut is available to him. Oh, that looks like a really difficult shot. Pity that we don't have a view from that side of the table as Zhao takes on the black. He might have a straight line to the corner pocket as well. Look at that. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Zhao Grillo on the hill now. 6-1. What a player. What a player, really making the most of his opportunities at the table. Some brilliant recovery shots from him as well as he nears the finish line to secure his spot in the final. I must say, though, we haven't seen the best from Stephen Ellis in this match. Stephen was absolutely on fire the last time we had him on the TV table. And from what I've heard from the other players in the tournament that he came up against, he's just been phenomenal. And he's had a few bad rolls in this particular match, which has cost him dearly. And, unlucky for him as well. He goes up against João Grillo, who seems to be in the zone at this tournament. A lot of the players attending this Champion of Champions event will be making their way come tomorrow or the next day to the Oceania Open, which I think is happening in Sydney. So that's just another event that we have to look forward to. And I believe your resident Heyball commentator, Raymond Thalak, will be keeping you company for those events. Speaking of Raymond Thalak, he is currently busy with the Super Tour in China. And like I said earlier, if you want to catch the action from the Super Tour in China, a lot of those tables are being live streamed. And on WPA Live.tv, there is a multi-view function. You can watch up to 9 tables at the same time on that multi-view option. So be sure to check out that awesome feature on WPA Live.tv, powered by 4Sense Technologies. See a lot of support coming in for Stephen Ellis on the streams as well. You know, Stephen Ellis is such a great guy, salt of the earth kind of guy, Stephen Ellis. And he's had a rough year losing both his parents. He is coming from the European tour, which he was crowned champion at. So phenomenal performance from him there at the European tour, European Open in Germany. And he was hoping as well to bag another title, just like every other player at this tournament. Stephen Ellis wanted to bag this title as well as an ode to his parents. And if you follow him on social media, you would know all about that. But right now, as things stand, João Grillo looking really, really good to proceed to the final. But this match is not over yet. It has been in play for just under an hour, and it's a 100-minute time limit. So still enough time for a comeback from Stephen Ellis, provided João Grillo lets him back to the table. João Grillo, just 35 years old, from Portugal, Europe's last hope in the tournament. The last three spots by the finalists, semi-finalists, all occupied by players from the UK. In the other semi-final, Clint Jensen and Jack Whelan. Once again, coming up at 3 p.m. Australian time, Tiani from China versus Sukritanis, Warathanan Sukritanis from Thailand in the women's final. So be sure to join us again at 3 p.m. Australian time, which would be 7 a.m. Central African time. Looks like he has to bend the white here. Look at that. Look at that. Ooh, falls short by about 10 centimeters, I'd say, from the pot. Stephen Ellis with really good chance now. This is a really good chance for Stephen to do something to stay in this match. He could potentially play the pink off the other pink in the center pocket. I think difficult once again to see from this angle whether he has a direct line to that middle pocket. He did. Very positively taken there, and that kind of sets the tone, I guess, for what could potentially be a great finish here for Stephen Ellis. If he takes on the corner pocket ball on our side of the table, the white ball should track up table to the left side of the pinks sitting closest to the cush. Stephen using the cushions there to gain position, and I think we're gonna see something now. I think we're definitely gonna see something from him. Oh no. Oh no. My oh my. He attempted a snooker there. I do believe he attempted a snooker there, but he's also benched now by his own hand. Cannot believe what's happening. We can't believe it either, Stephen. We can't believe it either. It's a sad thing. It's a sad thing to see a player, especially of Stephen's caliber, not, perform at their true potential at an important moment like this. And there shines the gods of pool down on Stephen Ellis. He's got ball in hand off that mistake from João Grillo. I think he's more than likely going to use the pink at the center of the table. for position. Oh, he's gonna have to reroute now. I think he'll have to reroute. He might want to play the pink at the center of the table first. Yeah, he's rerouted, and now he has really, really good shape on the last ping to make that black so easy. Is Stephen Ellis going to be able to mount a comeback here in the semi-final? He looks set to take his second point, and he does it. 2 points for Stephen Ellis, 6 points for Joao Grillo in this race to 7. You're tuned into the semi-final match here at the 2025 Heyball Champion of Champions. Let's have a look and see what's happening with Clint Ianson and Jack Whelan. Quite a tight match there between Jack Whelan and Clint Ianson the last 2 times we brought you updates. Currently, Jack Whelan is leading 4-3 on Clint Ianson. So Jack Whelan 4-3 up on Clint Ianson. If you've joined us, I know it's nighttime in some parts of the world, and in some other parts of the world, it's ridiculously early in the morning. So good night and good morning to you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for supporting the players. Remember to hit the share button. We're at the business end now of the semi-finals session in the men's division. Coming up at 3 p.m., Tiani from China up against Warathanan Sukritanis from Thailand in the women's final. That's a dry break once again. Don't know what's been happening on the TV table in the last 2 days, but the players have been struggling with their breaks. Even some of you might have caught that match with Tiani and Wendy Jans from Belgium. Both of them couldn't break in during that match, but both of them achieving rack and runs of the other's dry break for the first 6 frames in that match. So that was one of the highest quality matches we've had on the TV table, the match between Tiani and Wendy Jans. As you know, Tiani proceeded from that match to beat Nina Torvant this morning and secure her spot in the final. Warathanan Sukritanis beating Vidya Pillai from India yesterday, and Katarzyna Wasilowska this morning in the semi-final. You know, anything is possible here, even for Stephen Ellis. We saw one of the best comebacks of the tournament yesterday with Jason Thuran and Clint Ianson. What a match that was. What a quarterfinal match that was. Jason Thuran 4-0 down, managing to equalize, managing to force a decider, but Clint Ianson was just too strong. Beautiful break from him in the decider and clearance. So yeah, Clint Ianson as well has been playing really well throughout the tournament, and he is the defending champion currently. Oh my, little but unlucky roll there for Joao Grillo. Saw him lower his head in disappointment. So he's got to manufacture something here. He's got to manufacture a finish. If he chooses to go for it now, he also has the option of playing tactically if he chooses to do so. But he knows what Stephen Ellis can do given the opportunity at this table. Grillo opting to just open up that cushion ball hasn't left, well, I was going to say hasn't left anything easy, but he has. He certainly has. Stephen Ellis with options here. He's got the pot to the both corner pockets available to him, and the blues are relatively open. Oh my. My, oh my. Is that touch ball now? I think it might be touch ball. So Heyball rules, if the object ball and the cue ball is touching, you can actually move the ball that the cue ball is touching, provided it's your ball and provided it's not a push shot. Ooh, that is some confident putting there from Stephen Ellis. Great to see him take the shot like that. I think it's testament to the internal confidence, building again. He's had a few bad runs in this match already, and that can really get under your skin. But Stephen Ellis looking solid right now. If that shot to the center pocket is anything to go by, I think third point loading for Stephen Ellis. Here's a little fun fact for you guys. Some of you might not know, but Stephen Ellis is actually a qualified accountant. So, an accountant by profession, but he's left the world of accountancy for the world of Heyball. And he's been playing Heyball exclusively for the last year. And that is why I think, in terms of the players coming out of the UK, the players better known for their exploits on the English pool circuits, Stephen Ellis is seriously becoming one of the hottest contenders from outside China for the Heyball titles. Yeah. I think ideally he would have wanted to play the blue to the center last, but either which way, he's spotting quite confidently now, Stephen Ellis, and I think he's going to make light work of this position for the black ball. Probably for the corner pocket. Look at that. Look at that. That's perfect. That is perfect. And I think that's also testament to the rising confidence now in Stephen Ellis. Beautiful stuff from him, taking his third point. Grillo still leading 6-3. Joao Grillo to break in this 10th frame semi-final match. WPA 2025 Champion of Champions. Pink made in the center pocket, black also down, so Heyball rules. And I believe, yeah, so two options available to Joao Grillo. I think he could have potentially opted to re-break, or the black can be spotted and he plays how the balls are laying. So unless that original rule has changed, there were two options available to Joao Grillo. The ref obviously just taking the ball out of the pocket and respotting it. Interesting scenario here on this table, and looks like he's going the way of blue. Yeah, I think this is the shot. This is the shot. Did he give himself the putting angle on that blue to the corner pocket? Looks like he has. Looks like he has. Joao Grillo, oh, this looks really good for him now. This certainly looks good for him now. I mean, I think all of us who are watching can see the finish. He's really looking confident as he struts around this TV table as well. And I think, when he goes back and reflects on what happened at this tournament, Joao is going to be beside himself. I think sometimes when you're in it and you're playing every day, 1 or 2 sessions, difficult to kind of reflect in that moment about how well you've done. And I think for Joao, and especially his supporters from Portugal and other parts of Europe and South America, he's really outdone himself at this tournament. Ooh. Look at the position, though. Look at this positional play from Joao Grillo. He didn't make that ball, but he was spot on for position. Stephen Ellis, looks like the tide is turning somewhat in his favor, and I really wonder if he's going to be able to dig deep enough to pull off a comeback here in the semi-final. Joao Grillo on the hill. Good putt and good shot here from Stephen Ellis. And I think ideally he would have been wanting to have that cue ball a little bit closer to our side of the table, because then he would have been laying ideal to drive the cue ball up table, take care of the pink along the cushion. But Stephen Ellis, I mean, look, we've seen him also in the shot making department. He's got that covered as well. So I think he is going to manufacture. I really think he's going to manufacture a finisher. Look at that. That's good. And I was actually referring to the pink that was next to that pink. Stephen Ellis saw it, he went for it, and he's given himself a really good angle now on that pink on the cushion. Not an easy shot, not sure how close that pink is laying to the cushion. But Stephen Ellis, like I said, he's been frequenting those station events in China. He knows the Q8 table by now, and it shows. Stephen Ellis, a poster child for what is possible if you expose yourself to all the high-level tournaments available to you for Heyball. That's perfect. That's perfect. Beautiful stuff from Stephen Ellis. As predicted, he takes his 4th point. What a comeback he's mounting here against Grillo. We should see him now. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Just over 17 minutes remaining on the clock. Thank you for that, camera guy. Or woman. I'm not quite sure who's behind the scenes there, but thank you for showing us the time left in this match. So just over 17 minutes. I think we should see this match go to full completion where one of these players hits 7 points. I think it's highly likely that this match will finish before time out or time over. Stephen Ellis has made a ball on the break, and so important, so important. I think before he took the break, I was going to say the worst thing that could possibly happen to Stephen now is for him to break dry, because Zhao is in great form and he's been able to pull off finish after finish of Stephen's dry break. So look at the split on blues. Just look at blues, and Stephen looking to secure blues here. He's done it. Oh my, guys. Oh my. I think we're in. I think we're in, and potentially could see this match go to decide as well. Grillo to break next though, and Stephen Ellis got to dig deep for this potential break and run. But the blues are all laying quite favorably for him. No problems. No problems that we can see here. And I'm sure that blue up table next to the pink is also through unhindered to that corner pocket. I'm sure he can get the potting angle on that blue. And if he can't, he certainly got the blue closest to it to develop that situation. Stephen Ellis taking his extension. He knows how important the next couple of shots is for him. Grillo, should he come back to the table now, isn't much. Oh my, as he left himself on a combination there. I don't think he has a direct shot. And from the expression on his face, looks like he might be forced to play a combination. Once again, really difficult to see from the angle we have, but yes, he's done it. Good recovery there from Stephen. And oh my gosh, really looking good for him now. Really looking good for him now. Blue on this side of the table also wide open. João Grillo probably sitting there now thinking that he can't believe he's let this slip out of his hands so far. He had a lead of about 5-2, I believe. 6-3 at one point. He's done it. Stephen Ellis, good position there for him. On the blue, he does have a cut, so possible that he might use the cushions here. It's going to be difficult for him to hold the cue ball. He's playing low. He's playing low on the cue ball. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful use of low sides there from Stephen Ellis to get decent enough position on the 8. Nice, man. Nice, huh? Gotta give this guy his flowers, guys. Beautiful comeback here from Stephen Ellis on the TV table in the semi-final match. João Grillo benched for that entire frame. Stephen Ellis with a break and finish, or break and run, or run out. Once again at 3 p.m. Australian time, that's 7 a.m. Central African time, Tiani versus Warathanan Sukratanas. João Grillo to break. And once he breaks, I'm going to give you an update from Clint Ianson versus Jack Whelan in the other semi-final. He's made the pink. He's made the pink. Look at where the white ball is. The pinks look really good on this table as well. And I think he might just go the way of pinks. Let's just have another look quickly. Considering where the cue ball is right now as well, I think pinks is the best bet. And I'm going to quickly check what's happening with Clint Ianson. Clint Ianson has managed to take the lead in the other match, 6-4. So Clint Ianson on the hill there. The last time we checked, Jack Whelan was leading 4-3, and this just in, Clint Ianson just loaded his 7th point. Clint Ianson, the defending champ, through to the final. He will catch the winner there from this match with Stephen Ellis and João Grillo. Well done to Stephen Ellis. Also a comeback from him there. Remember, he was 4-3 down to Jack Whelan the last time we checked, and just seconds ago clocked his 7th point on the scoreboard. So that must have been a truly great match as well. Stephen Ellis knows. Stephen Ellis knows that the pinks are really good. And with the form that João Grillo is in, low-hanging fruit, as they say. My, oh my. The pink outside the cushion closest to the center pocket. Just wondering how much of it Zhao has, whether he can make that relatively easy into the same center pocket. And I think from how he plays the next two shots, we'll be able to see what he's thinking as well. Look at that, look at that, look at that. Just over 8 minutes remaining on the clock. I think he's going for that pink now. Oh, that's a good shot. Not a good shot, that's a good pot, because he lost control of the white ball there, and he's forced to reroute now. Oh, Zhao, we've seen this from him in the last couple of frames, and because he's lost the white, Stephen Ellis has come back to the table and has managed to narrow the gap between him and Zhao Grillo. But even though he's lost the white, and even though he has to queue now over those balls with the spider rest, it's still an opportunity for him. Oh, nice kiss there on the blue. Guys, can I say it? I'd say Clint Ianson, Zhao Grillo, final, loading. I'm sure he's probably going to find a corner and just cry tears of joy after this match. You know, going up against players that he's no doubt also admired in his pool career. Zhao Grillo, what a player, what a sigh of relief from him. Stephen Ellis, such a good sportsman, taking his opponent's hand, congratulating him, and Zhao Grillo, well-deserved finalist at this tournament, has been spectacular throughout the tournament, the underdog, as some might say, in this field that we had, the 64 men from around the globe. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be playing the men's final at 5:30 today, Australian time. 5:30 Australian time is 9:30 Central African time. So join us for that final, Joao Grillo versus Clint Jensen. Women's division one more time. Tianchi versus Warutunan Sukratan is coming up at 3 p.m. Commiserations to Stephen Ellis. He's been phenomenal throughout the tournament, and there should be a third place playoff, I guess, between him and Jack Whelan for that bronze medal, unless there's two bronze medalists at this tournament. I'm Lenyuk Chetty. Thank you for keeping me company. I'll catch you at 3 o'clock.
you go. Sat beside me on the edge of hope. Saw the light and with a deeper breath turned to face me, then you said, I wanna feel alive. I wanna feel alive. I wanna feel sometime. I'll shine on like a light until the sun finds me, and you'll be mine. So I gotta bring you close, I gotta let you know we're gonna lose ourselves, so I keep lighting the way, you know it, until the feeling comes. Let your heart beat on, just like a beating drum. We'll hit like a beating drum. And if you want it, then just say. If you want it, just say. I wanna feel alive. I wanna feel alive. I wanna feel
Across the globe, in every pocket of the world, under neon lights, inside bustling pool halls, and in quiet corners where dreams are born, a cue is drawn, a break is made, and something greater than the game unfolds. This is more than sport. This is connection, a universal rhythm, a shared language of geometry, grace, and grit. And at the center of it all, there stands a cue, a symbol of skill, spirit, and unity. The World Pool Association, WPA, is not just the steward of the game. It is the heartbeat of a global movement. We are the bridge between generations, the voice of players and fans, and the stage for champions from every continent. We preserve the integrity of the game. We elevate the passion of the people. We shape the future of a sport without borders. One cue, one world, one future. With every tournament broadcast, every updated rule, every young player stepping to the table for the first time, we shape the path ahead. We don't just look at where the game has been. We ask where it can go, who it can reach, what it can mean. From the legends who inspire us to the fans who fuel us, from grassroots matches to global stages, this is our future, a future we build together. The World Pool Association, WPA, is proud to announce the launch of its visionary initiative, One Cue, One World, One Future. This global movement marks a bold new era for the sport, in partnership with our broadcast and technology partner, 4Sense Technologies. At the heart of this evolution is the debut of WPA Live.tv, the sport's premier digital broadcast channel. Kicking off in July with live coverage from the Commonwealth Billiard Championship in Mauritius, WPA Live.tv will deliver world-class action first for future tournaments and games, powered by cutting-edge technology and integrated AI. But this is only the beginning. We are launching the world's first professional fan-based app, connecting over 750 million global fans with the players, the game, and exclusive AI-driven content like never before. Recognizing the importance of growing the sport from the grassroots, WPA will also launch a new global youth initiative later this year, the QE Game app and dedicated channel. Designed to educate, inspire, and engage, this initiative will live within WPA's new web platform, featuring live results, rankings, and player progress from every WPA event worldwide. Because this is more than sport, this is unity in motion. In every hand that grips a cue, there's purpose. In every break, there's potential. And in every corner of the world, this game reminds us, we are all part of something bigger. Because in the hands of many, with hearts united by one passion, the cue doesn't just point to the ball, it points to tomorrow. Across the globe, in every pocket of the world, under neon lights, inside bustling pool halls, and in quiet corners where dreams are born, a cue is drawn, a break is made, and something greater than the game unfolds. This is more than sport. This is connection, a universal rhythm, a shared language of geometry, grace, and grit. And at the center of it all, there stands a cue, a symbol of skill, spirit, and unity. The World Pool Association, WPA, is not just the steward of the game. It is the heartbeat of a global movement. We are the bridge between generations, the voice of players and fans, and the stage for champions from every continent. We preserve the integrity of the game. We elevate the passion of the people. We shape the future of a sport without borders. One cue, one world, one future. With every tournament broadcast, every updated rule, every young player stepping to the table for the first time, we shape the path ahead. We don't just look at where the game has been. We ask where it can go, who it can reach, what it can mean. From the legends who inspire us to the fans who fuel us, from grassroots matches to global stages, this is our future, a future we build together. The World Pool Association, WPA, is proud to announce the launch of its visionary initiative, One Cue, One World, One Future. This global movement marks a bold new era for the sport, in partnership with our broadcast and technology partner, 4Sense Technologies. At the heart of this evolution is the debut of WPA Live.tv, the sport's premier digital broadcast channel. Kicking off in July with live coverage from the Commonwealth Billiard Championship in Mauritius, WPA Live.tv will deliver world-class action first for future tournaments and games, powered by cutting-edge technology and integrated AI. But this is only the beginning. We are launching the world's first professional fan-based app, connecting over 750 million global fans with the players, the game, and exclusive AI-driven content like never before. Recognizing the importance of growing the sport from the grassroots, WPA will also launch a new global youth initiative later this year, the QE Game app and dedicated channel. Designed to educate, inspire, and engage, this initiative will live within WPA's new web platform, featuring live results, rankings, and player progress from every WPA event worldwide. Because this is more than sport, this is unity in motion. In every hand that grips a cue, there's purpose. In every break, there's potential. And in every corner of the world, this game reminds us, we are all part of something bigger. Because in the hands of many, with hearts united by one passion, the cue doesn't just point to the ball, it points to tomorrow.
Where'd you go? Sat beside me on the edge of home. Saw the light and with a deeper breath turned to face me, then you said, I wanna feel alive. I wanna feel alive. I wanna feel Don't you ever wonder where the day might lead? Maybe we could find the place sometime. I'll shine on like a light until the sun finds me, and you'll be mine. So I gotta bring you close, I gotta let you know we're gonna lose ourselves, so I'll keep lighting the way, you know it, until the feeling comes. Let your heart beat on, just like a beating drum. We'll hit like a beating drum. And if you want it, then just say. If you want it, just say. I wanna feel alive. I wanna feel alive. I wanna feel go. Sat beside me on the edge of hope. Saw the light and with a deeper breath turned to face me, then you said, I wanna feel alive. I wanna feel alive. I wanna feel Don't you ever wonder where the day might lead? Maybe we could find the place sometime. I'll shine on like a light until the sun finds me, and you'll be mine. So I gotta bring you close, I gotta let you know we're gonna lose ourselves, so I keep lighting the way, you know it, until the feeling comes. Let your heart beat on, just like a beating drum. We'll hit like a beating drum. And if you want it, then just say. If you want it, just say. I wanna feel alive. I wanna feel alive. I wanna feel Where'd you go? Sat beside me on the edge of hope. Saw the light and with a deeper breath turned to face me, then you said, I wanna feel alive. I wanna feel alive. I wanna feel Don't you ever wonder where the day might lead? Maybe we could find the place sometime. I'll shine on like a light until the sun finds me, and you'll be mine. So I gotta bring you close, I gotta let you know we're gonna lose ourselves, so I keep lighting the way, you know it, until the feeling comes. Let your heart beat on, just like a beating drum. We'll hit like a beating drum. And if you want it, then just say. If you want it, just say. I wanna feel alive. I wanna feel alive. I wanna feel
Good morning, everybody. Good evening and good night to those of you who are joining us from other parts of the world, other continents. I know it's ridiculously early or really late at night. Thank you for joining us once again. You're watching the 2025 WPA Heyball Champion of Champions, and we're down to the very last match in the women's division. Tianchi and Varathanan Sukritanis, China and Thailand, this final here. And we've got two amazing female players on this match who have really cemented themselves as those amongst the best in the world. And wow, that's a first. That is certainly a first that I've seen on the TV table, but it is what it is. And here comes Varathan and Sukratanis. Now, back to what I was saying. These two, highly regarded as, highly and widely regarded as two of the best players in the world. And that is gender aside. Both of them also well known for their exploits in station events and super tours, as well held in China, where they usually feature in the business end as well. So we're in for a treat here with Tianchi and Varathanan Sukratanis. Sit back, relax, grab your coffee or your wine, whatever you prefer, and enjoy this with me. Still a race to 6 here, the 100-minute time limit. And if you've only just woken up today, the men's final will be coming up at 5:30 Australian time, and that will be attended by defending champion Clint Ianson from the UK, and he's going up against the amazing João Grillo from Portugal. Wherever you're joining us from across the globe, or whether it's on our WPALive.tv platform or Facebook or YouTube, be sure to hit that share button. We want as many people in the world to see the amount of talent we have in our Q Sport players. And right now on the TV table, as far as WPA events are concerned, in the last 2024-2025 season, Vardhanan Sukratanas and Tiani, the most decorated and deserved finalists here at the 2025 Champion of Champions. The players are playing for a 400,000 Rand, 400,000 US dollar prize fund that will be equally divided between the men's and women's category. So once again, equal opportunity for both genders at the Heyball ranking events, with up to 64th place being paid in each division. Every single player at this tournament went to this tournament without having to dig into their own pockets in order to attend. So thanks to the generosity of the sponsors associated with this event, in particular Joy Billiards, the finest players in the world are able to showcase their talent, also for our viewing pleasure and also as our bid for the 2022 Olympics continues. 2032 Olympics continues, and the 2032 Olympics will also take place in Australia. I very much expect a head-to-head battle between these two powerhouse players. Will she be able to sneak this pink into the corner pocket? From this angle, it looks like a very ambitious shot to take on. But Tiani looking deadly as she lowers her head on her cue, ready to strike. Look at that, look at that, look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful stuff from her. And she's first on the scoreboard. Oh, that's a really good hit there from Tianchi, as you saw the object ball tracking there to the center pocket. Just look at that hit. Look at that hit. She caught that pack just between the first ball and the second ball. I'm wondering if that is her consistent break, that she chooses that point on the rack. A lot of the plays you'll see will hit that first ball solid. Tianchi hit in between the first and second ball, and it was a good strike. Look at the layout of pinks, ladies and gentlemen. If you'd remember, and if you joined us yesterday for that quarterfinal match with Shi Tianchi and Wendy Jans from Belgium, you would have seen some real quality pool from the two of them. Some of the finest action we've had on the TV table in this tournament came from Wendy Jans and Shi Tianchi. It was just rack and run after rack and run from both those players, both of them unable to break in that particular match, but both of them were just phenomenal, achieving clearance after the clearance against on the other's dry break. So Shi Tianchi also looking in good form. Only one mistake from her so far. In the first frame, you saw that shot she took onto the corner pocket and the ball just popping out of the pocket there. That was just the only mistake. Other than that, she's been pretty much flawless. And if that finish on the first frame and what we're seeing on right now is anything to go by, it's so far the Shi Tianchi show here in the final. She does have, I mean, we can see from this side that there is some distance between that cue ball and the pink ball on the cushion. So definitely she'll be able to use that to her advantage here to garner position on her final pink up table on the other side of the table. Look at that, man. Look at how she strikes the cue ball. She really is beautiful to watch. Shi Tianchi, so focused around the table as well. Varadhanan Sukratanis to break in the next frame. And a player of Varadhanan's talents, a player of Varadhanan's background in cue sport, not only in Heyball but also in snooker. I don't think she's too phased just yet, even with the great form that Shi Tianchi is in, because Varadhanan can bring the fire as well, given the opportunity. But that was a break and run from Shi Tianchi. She goes up 2-0. Beautiful stuff here in the women's final. That's a dry break from Warathanan. A little bit unfortunate for her, I must say. As we know, the rack and runs, the clearances, break and finishes that Tianchi is capable of executing on this table effortlessly and flawlessly. The same can be said for Warathanan Sukritanis. And yes, Tianchi might have a little bit more experience than Warathanan on the Heyball circuit, but nonetheless, Warathanan has wowed us in the previous installations, racking up a few titles on the way in last year's season. Tianchi losing control of the white ball there a little bit. And some recovery required here from her. She obviously is looking for some sort of defensive shot as well. Would be interesting to see what she decides to do here. I don't know if the cut is on. It could be that she's going for a bank shot here to the center pocket. No, she's just playing safe. Not going to open things up too much for Warathanan, and that's a good safety from Tianchi. Warathanan also not going to take the bait and play on that pink next to the blue. She's going for the indirect hit here on the pink. And once again, as well, not a bad shot there from Warathanan. Tianchi might attempt a safety now up table, maybe get the cue ball behind. Oh, no. She actually can see the pot. She's got a direct line. She's got a direct line here on the blue. Yeah, took that quite hard. And also the aim, the putting angle seemed a little bit off on that shot taken by Tianchi now. And I'd really like to see Warathanan come into her own in this match. I'd love to see both these players show up to this final in full glory. And I'm sure you would too. Except, of course, if you've got a favorite. Yeah, it looks like she's got a direct path to the center pocket here. Looks like that a bit. Oh, wow. Yeah, it looked a little bit wide for a second, but she kissed that inside jaw perfectly for the pot there. I wonder if she's got an angle to develop the blue closest to the pink of the shot. And yeah, looks like she does. Looks like she does. And I scheme that's exactly what she'll go for now. Tianchi. Yeah, it doesn't look. Is that wall open? Looks like the path is somewhat obstructed. Hey, by the pink close to the pocket. I mean, she could opt to sneak the blue in there, at least place it in the majority of that pocket. And I think that's the shot she will probably go for now if she can't pot. Yeah, I'd say that's not a bad shot there. It might even buy her another visit in this frame. if Warathanan doesn't develop that situation in a finish for this visit. Yeah, Warathanan, I believe she was playing the two-way shot there, playing for the safety as well. And I think that's exactly what Tianchi will do now as well. Playing the percentages, Tianchi now has orchestrated a situation where 3 of Warathanan's object balls are a problem. Warathanan checking out if that pink passes. And from the last view we had on that particular camera angle, certainly looked like the pink is through for the corner pocket. Warathanan potentially with the bank here, or she could certainly play the pink down to the corner pocket if she has the potting angle on that. Difficult to see how much of the blue is in the way. Warathanan also taking her extension in this shot. She's rerouting now. As much as 3 balls of hers is tied up over there, Tianchi also has a blue in that cluster. So Warathanan knows that there is still some work here for Tianchi. So she's not going in for the kill yet. And I mean, we know that Warathanan Sukratanis can exercise restraint when she needs to. She's also such a strong tactical player. And I think that's, testament to her snooker background. Tianchi also hitting back with some tactical moves there. And I think in this frame, it's going to boil down to who decides to open up there first. And if and when they choose to do so, how those balls stand after impact. Because that is a little bit of a mess here at this corner pocket. Yeah, Warathanan could certainly play that pink onto the blue. And she's left a difficult white for Tianchi. You would have heard the ref say that that's a touch ball situation. But Tianchi can move the ball, touching the cue ball in the shot, provided she doesn't play a push shot. It would be considered ball made if she played to move the blue at this point. Looks like she's going for a direct straight line shot to the corner pocket now. Okay, she didn't have the potting angle because of the touch ball. Oh my. That was a heavy miscalculation there from Warathanan Sukratanis. I think she just didn't give the shot its full respect. it's very seldom, highly unlikely to see Varadhanan Sukritanis play a shot like that, but that's what happened. And you know what? This match is in its infancy. It is a race to 6. It's in its infancy, and I think she's also just warming up. Once again, you see, Tianchi did that as well previously when she had the opportunity. She did that with the other blue ball that Varadhanan had potted in 2 visits prior to this. So Tianchi also playing the percentages here. Varadhanan as well will not be too quick to take any bait that Tianchi is dangling in front of her face, because she's, like I said, her tactical game is pretty solid as well. Well, Tianchi doing well to not give Varadhanan a shot on the pink directly, on the blue directly across, forcing Varadhanan to play into that cluster now. But is Varadhanan going to take that bait, or is she going to go for the 1 cushion escape to the blue? Yeah, not taking the bait, Varadhanan. So Tianchi, looks like she struck the pink first. That was a foul. Ref calls a foul, ball in hand for Varadhanan. Oh my. Quite an attempt there from Varadhanan to open up the game, and just fell short by a smidgen. Look, the current layout of the table, if you look at blues, Tianchi's got, oh my word. Oh my word, really surprised at the miscalculations from Varadhanan Sukritanis. I mean, yeah, wouldn't have expected that from a player of her caliber. It looks like Tianchi will. Is she gonna try? Is she gonna try to snooker here, or will she go for the bank and open? 10 seconds. Ooh, just narrowly misses that. Narrowly misses that pot. And that's loss of turn for her. Would love to be able to see what Varadhanan is looking at in terms of that situation there with the cluster. I think it's highly unlikely that Tianchi will play that blue up table down to the region where the cluster is, in order to use that as a connector to open up the cluster. Oh my. Yeah, definitely that wasn't intentional. That definitely was not intentional. Yeah, in fact, I think she just wanted to place it in the vicinity of that pocket and maybe use that ball to open up the cluster from the left-hand side of the table. I thought she might go the other way to do it, but I think she preferred, and she hit that ball too perfect, actually. The pace as well, just kissed off the black and into the pocket, and now Tian forced to play into this cluster. That's a fair shot. Oh, and that's a good shot. That's a good shot. Hasn't left much for Vardhanan Sukritanas. Oh, so Vardhanan does have enough space to get into those pinks. Vardhanan returns with a tactical shot. Don't think that's touch ball. Quite a snooker there. Well, not a snooker actually. She actually can play on that ball. It's close, but it's not touching. The ref didn't say frozen when she inspected the rack, the cluster. Good morning to everybody. Good evening and good night if you're joining from dark parts of the globe at this point. I'm Lenyuk Chetty. Thank you for joining us. You're tuned into the 2025 Heyball Champion of Champions. And yeah, once again, if you've just joined us, this is the finals in the women's division. Warathanan Sukratan is from Thailand up against Tianchi from China. Both these players already with multiple titles behind their name in Heyball and snooker. So we are in for a treat. This frame, however, the third frame in this match has been a tactical battle for the most part. Yeah. You see, she's playing this shot with a raised cue. She doesn't want to. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, that wasn't on target, but it was a decent attempt considering the position that she was playing from. Pressure mounted now on Vardhanan Sukritanis, not only in terms of the layout of the table, but also for her to get onto the scoreboard because race to 6 really quick and everything can be over. Now that once again, Vardhanan Sukritanis flexing her tactical game muscle. If you're joining us on WPALive.tv, remember to check out the awesome features on that platform, particularly the multi-view function. So once a match goes live, you are able to click on the multi-view icon and select all the matches that you'd like to watch. And you can actually try that out because currently the Joy Super Tour is underway in China, and at least 12 to 16 tables are being live streamed from that event. So you can choose 9. You can actually choose 9 of those tables to watch on your screen. So that's an awesome feature there, brought to you by 4Sense, the brains behind WPALive.tv. So be sure to check that out and be sure to give us some feedback on your viewing experience on that platform. WPA doing the most to make streaming, to take streaming of the events happening globally to another level. And I think we're going to see a lot of great things coming from them. You would have also seen the ads that go out in the intermission of this tournament, talking about the app that's going to be launched, etc. So besides the tournaments, a lot of technology being developed to for the benefit of the viewer. gotta hand it to her. Tian, she really did well to exercise restraint in this frame. And, you know, particularly when you are a player that has such a range of shots in your arsenal, it's and to exercise restraint when it's required, that's also a skill on its own. And yeah, you've got to hand it to her. It was quite a tactical battle in this frame, and she did well. She did well to get to this point. Tianchi on the black now for the third point in this race to 6. She's done it, and I believe Tianchi to break now in the 4th frame. Coming up at 5:30 p.m. Australian time, 9:30 Central African time. Clint Jensen, the defending champion, up against Portugal's Joao Grillo in the men's final. So yeah, guys, if you haven't seen Clint Jensen or Joao Grillo on the TV table yet in this match, or if you haven't even seen Joao Grillo ever, please accept my invitation, because you've got to see the 30. I think Joao Grillo is 35. Yeah, he's 35 years old. Underdog, I'd say, in comparison to the other players in the tournament, especially because of his experience in Heyball. The Joao Grillo has been absolutely amazing in this tournament. And yeah, join me in enjoying that match coming up in a few hours' time. Also on WPAlive.tv, you can find not just live actions, multiple live action streams from Heyball, 10 ball, 9 ball, and 8 ball, but also exclusive interviews, highlights, and behind the scenes footage and coverage of what's happening at these events. So your one-stop destination for official pool action under the WPA banner. Tianchi taking her extension in this frame. Wonder if she'll try to develop the 2 pinks by the blue right now, and I don't think she deemed it necessary because they do have They do have unobstructed path to the center pocket. Pot aside, that wasn't a great shot from Tianchi as she has left herself with a difficult table here on pink. Tianchi with the spider rest. She cannot, she's already used her extension. You hear the ref counting down, but she makes the pink. Not happy once again with the position of that shot. So good pot once again, not a great shot from her. She didn't have much time to think on that as well because she had to figure out a solution quite quickly. It doesn't have an extension to use in this frame. So yeah, right now the only obvious shot you can see is the pink to the corner right pocket on our side of the table. She could also play to the left side, and I think she might actually play this to the left side.
10 seconds.
That would give a better shape, I think, on the remaining pinks. Look at that. That's just beautiful. That is just beautiful. If you haven't seen Tianchi play before, ladies and gentlemen, now you know why she is a multiple title holder in the WPA ranking, Heyball ranking events, and also the defending champion of this particular title, the champion of champions. Just beautiful to watch. Yeah. I wonder if she's going to try and hold this cue ball to pot the black into the corner pocket, or whether she'll play with some pace to get it off the cushion. No, she was able to hold it. She's left herself with an obtuse cut there to the corner pocket now. Oh, look at that beautiful black ball. I actually quite like the WPA logo on that black ball, the Unity set being used here at the tournament. As we see the black ball fall into the pocket, Tianchi securing her 4th point in this race to 6. Vardhanan Sukritanas yet to get onto the scoreboard. Tianchi to break in the next frame. So once again, the Heyball Unity set and play here at the WPA events. You'll also be seeing it at the Oceania Open coming up, I think, in a couple days' time. So a lot of players from this tournament are going to make their way to Sydney to go and try their luck there at the Oceania Open. Also, nice prize money there for the players, as well as, of course, bragging rights. One may argue that the bragging rights feels a little bit better than the bank balance going up. But yeah, to each their own. So Sydney, Australia, hosting the Oceania Open in a couple of days' time. And you can catch that action once again on WPAlive.tv. And I believe Raymond Thalak, your resident Heyball commentator, will be keeping you company for that event as well. And he's currently at the Super Tour in China, and that is currently underway, and it will be continuing for a couple more days. So after this tournament, you can catch the action coming to you live on WPAlive.tv as well. And remember, I said you can view multiple streams at once from that tournament on this platform. Would love to know. We would love to know which country you are watching from. So if you're joining us on YouTube or Facebook, in the comment section, please post your country's flag or type in the country that you're watching from. Would love to know. We know from our stats on WPALive.tv that over 100 countries tune in to watch on that platform alone. So I'd love to know where the viewership is coming from on Facebook and YouTube. So please hit me up on that Facebook stream and YouTube stream. Tell me which country you're watching from. The other thing I'd love to know from the spectators, especially those joining us virtually, what is your impression of the new official Heyball ball set, the Unity ball set developed by Dynasphere for WPA? Do you prefer it relative to the stripes and solids that we used to use before? How is it on your eyes as a player? If you are a player of the sport, in your opinion, is it easier for you to see a pattern with solid colors being in front of you on the screen? I mean, of course, it's very different having this view of the table compared to the player on the table and what they can see. And of course, this view is always better. You have such a global view of the table. It's so much easier to see the pattern. But as a spectator, do you see it? Is it easier for you to see it? I'd love to know that. So please hit me up on the streams and tell me what your impression is.
10 seconds. Extension.
Varadhanan Sukratan is using her extension here. Oh my, this is what I'm talking about. Really, really, really uncharacteristic misses from her. And I mean, she's doing well to not show too much emotion, but I can guarantee you, Varadhanan, she's probably thinking, what is going on? What is going on? Because you will hardly ever see her miss. Hardly ever. And I've had the privilege of commentating on a lot of her matches. If she's not potting, she's playing tactically, and she is really beautiful to watch when she's in playing at her full, her true potential. So I see we're getting a question in from Ayanda Mngoma about the break rule. So this is the WPA.
Sorry, no foul. No foul.
Okay, there was just a slight misunderstanding on the table now. The ref thought that Varadhanan had made contact with an object ball, not hers first, but she didn't. And that was resolved quickly. And back to the question from Ayanda Mngoma about the break rule in this tournament. So remember, guys, you've got the Super Tour events in China, the Grandmasters finals, all of the stuff that happens in China, right? And then you've got the WPA ranking events, which is this all these from China would love events. All of these hashtag on queue for 32 events. These are ranking events and these are held outside of China on different continents. Now, at these events, the tournament director has the onus to change certain rules if they deem it fit, depending on what the tournament conditions are, etc. So, in this particular tournament, the only rules that apply to the break is after impact, 4 balls need to touch the cush, and it is alternating break for the players. And you'll see as well that they're not using the magic rack. And of course, as you would have seen over the past season, the penalty shot has been moved, penalty spot, sorry, has been moved higher up on the table, which makes it a little bit easier, of course. I, for one, would love to see Warathanan Sukratanis, and I've said it before, I'll say it again. When it comes to tournaments like this, especially a final or a semi-final, you want to see both players show up in full force. Warathanan, they're attempting a snooker, fell short just a little bit, has left Tianchi with what looks like a straight shot to the corner pocket. Oh, she's playing to the cushion. She's playing the cushion ball first. Tianchi also with the tactical move. Does she get the snooker? I do believe that Warathanan does have. No, she's got a straight line to both pinks on the side of the table. And my oh my, just one good shot. Just one good shot from Warathanan Sukratanis. That's all she needs. That's all she needs to get onto the scoreboard. And I'm saying one good shot, even though there's 4 left to play in this frame. But I think you guys know what I mean. And yeah, that was a good stun shot there from her to keep good position on the pink for the opposite corner. The other pink up table, as you can see, the blue ball slightly obstructing that pocket, but I don't think it hinders the direct pathway for the pink to that corner. I don't think she got the movement that she hoped for, the ideal movement that she hoped for on that cue ball. But she's going to have to recover. She's going to have to recover. And yeah, she hasn't. It's a difficult table for Warathanan Sukratanis, considering the pressure she's playing under now. Tianchi 4-0 up in this race to 6. Then, of course, it's also, she doesn't just need a good pot. She needs a total good shot here to also get position on the 8 ball. Oh, look at the cue ball. Look at the cue ball. Perfect on the black for the center pocket. But caught the blue instead of the cushion first there down to that pocket, and Tianchi now in control of the table once again. So it's those tiny little mistakes, and I say tiny because only millimeters that Warathanan Sukratanis has been off in order to execute the finish like she intends. And Tianchi able to capitalize on that once again. Tianchi puts her in a snooker. I suspect she'll take on a 2-cushion escape here to get that pink from behind. Oh, narrowly missing the pink, ball in hand for Tianchi. Ladies and gentlemen, when the opportunity arises and we have a full view of Tianchi taking her shot, I wanted to have a look at her stance and at her cue action. So clinical. She is the defending champion and she has won multiple events in the 2024 installation of these events. I think Tianchi also won a station event last year, and the same can be said for Warathanan Sukratanas from Thailand. They are just deadly, and if you get either of them on a day when they're in form, you must prepare yourself to enjoy your seat. Look at that. Just look at that, how beautifully she comes into the angle of the shot. Tianchi for the black and for the hill. Beautiful stuff. She's 5-0 up now, and the ref has given them a 5-minute intermission. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back just after this. If you want, you can hop over. Why don't you hop over to WPALive.tv platform and play around on that website. Have a look at all the beautiful features there, all the beautiful content. And we'll be back in about 5 minutes. I'm Ninyukta Chetty. Thank you for joining us. And I look forward to keeping you company for the rest of this match and the rest of the day. Bye-bye for now.
Where'd you go? Sat beside me on the edge of home. saw the light and with a deeper breath, turned to face me, then you said, I wanna feel alive. I wanna feel alive. I wanna feel Don't you ever wonder where the day might lead? Maybe we could find the place sometime. I'll shine on like a light until the sun finds me, and you'll be mine. So I gotta bring you close, I gotta let you know we're gonna lose ourselves, so I'll keep lighting the way, you know it, until the feeling comes. Let your heart beat on, just like a beating drum. We'll hit like a beating drum. And if you want it, then just say. If you want it, just say. I wanna feel alive. I wanna feel alive. I wanna feel before I go.
Hello, everybody. We're back for that player intermission on the TV table in this women's final here in Brisbane, Australia. The champion of champions, Tiani from China, and Warathanan Sukratanas from Thailand. Tiani currently leading 5-0 in this race to 6. Tiani to break in what could potentially be the last frame of this match. As she is on the hill and she's made a blue on the break, and from the looks of it, from the initial looks of it, she might be forced to go the way of pinks. Just have a look once again at that break and the layout post break on this table. Certainly looks like the most obvious shot she has, or the most obvious color she should go for now, is pink. Though one could argue she would have wanted to go the way of blue instead. Look, the blue to the corner, right corner pocket on our side of the table is also available to Tiani, but of course she's going to play the percentages here. And as suspected, pink in play for China's Tiani, who's on the hill now in this final. She's also the defending champion of the WPA Champion of Champions title. That was a solid pot, solid bank shot there, and we've seen her pull off a couple of bank shots in this match already. She hits them so clean, not even medium pace. She kind of smashes them, when she's feeling it. And yeah, this frame, as we see it develop, and as Tiani takes another pink off the table, certainly looking like Warathanan may not come back to this table. I spoke too soon. I spoke too soon. Here comes Warathanan, and probably sitting on the bench just now, thinking she might not come back to this frame. And she's been handed this opportunity, and once got to hope for Warathanan that she can launch a successful campaign to get back into this match. Oh my, oh my, she is certainly off. I've got to say it. Warathanan Sukratanas, it's got to feel for her. She's certainly a little bit off in this session, and pool will break your heart. You can be firing in one session and absolutely dreadful in the next. At the day, on the time. And the same can be said for intelligence. Hey, some of you would know that depending on when you take an IQ test, your results can be different.
10 seconds.
Look at that. Just look at how she drifts the cue ball over to the desired space. Yeah. Little bit of work here and some cueing required for her to get good shape on the pink to the opposite center pocket. She's asked the ref to clean the cue ball, and I think that's more for her to kind of regroup herself at this pivotal point in the frame. This is probably the money shot as far as this frame is concerned. So it looks like Tiani is playing for the corner pocket here. or set herself up for the corner pocket on the shot. The other pink up table shouldn't be a problem. She just needs to land on the left side of it, anywhere on the table, and Bob's your uncle, as they say. That was well taken. You know, because these players make it look so easy. Guys, if you haven't played on a Heyball table, trust me, those shots are not easy. Not easy. But players like Tiani, they really make it look so easy. And that's only because they've put in the time. They've invested the time and effort in developing into the amazing players that they are. Look at that beautiful stun shot. She's perfect on the black now. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2025 Heyball Champion of Champions in the women's division for the second time in a row, China's Tiani. Thank you for joining us. And at 3 o'clock Australian time, that's 9:30, 3:30 Australian time, 5:30. My gosh. I think Tiani also knocked the wind out of me, not just Waratan Sekretanis. We've got 5:30, the men's final coming up. Clint Ianson up against Grillo from Portugal. Once again, 5:30 Australian time, 9:30 Central African time. I'm Lynn Yukthacheti. Thank you for keeping me company. Thank you for being on the streams, on the website, wherever you're watching, supporting the players. They do appreciate it. I'll catch you at 5:30. Bye-bye for now.
Where'd you go? Sat beside me on the edge of home. Saw the light and with a deeper breath turned to face me, then you said, I wanna feel alive. I wanna feel alive. I wanna feel sometime. I I'll shine on like a light until the sun finds me, and you'll be mine. So I gotta bring you close, I gotta let you know we're gonna lose ourselves, so I keep lighting the way, you know it, until the feeling comes. Let your heart beat on, just like a beating drum. We'll hit like a beating drum. And if you want it, then just say. If you want it, just say. I wanna feel alive. I wanna feel alive. I wanna feel alive. Before I go.